Hey guys, welcome back to Elden Ring. So, jumping right in here, we are in the Ainsel River. I'm going to do a little bit of this area in this episode, get through a boss and kind of a mini boss. Just wanted to give you like a brief heads up of what this area is. It's kind of like the Sofra River Valley. You can see the ants there. Those are going to be like the main kind of enemies that you fight here. And then you move into these ruins later on. The ruins are pretty cool. I don't know the lore behind them really. But I do know that they're pretty neat little ruins. Unlock a elevator here. Takes you further down. And in the next clip we get our first boss fight. So let's head there. And here we take on boss number 31. The first boss of this episode. And this boss was kind of, I don't know, kind of a pain in the ass. Kind of cool, but still kind of a pain in the ass. It's a Dragonkin soldier of Noxtella. Much like the Dragonkin we fought in the Sofra River Valley, this guy is kind of mostly immobile, and he takes a lot of damage from our hits. Managed to get him in my first shot here with the boss, but honestly, there's a lot that didn't go right in this fight, and there's a lot that did. Managed some pretty good dodges, and then some really bad ones, as you just saw. But overall, nice, easy boss fight. Pretty sure it's an optional boss, because this is an optional area. As far as like the main game goes, I think you only need to beat like 4 bosses to actually complete this game. Everything else is just kind of like a sub area, which is cool, because some of those are the best areas in the game where you fight the coolest bosses. Like, we're not even halfway through the game and we're on boss 31. Plus, there's all the DLC I have still, too. But you can see me just kind of wrecking this guy. He dodges that last attack, and then it's going to take me a minute to get him. But, honestly, fairly decent fight. Strength build is kind of OP. And, yeah, just having fun with the game so far. I don't know, I don't say that enough. This dude's weird looking, too. I'm used to the Dragonborn from D&D 5e. This guy is not that. And here's the final hit right here. And he goes. We get a new spell that we're never going to use because we're a pure strength build. I get an achievement. And do a little victory dance. And that's kind of it. This here's the last little clip for now of the river. Just this mini boss up here. This little like moonlight butterfly that likes to shoot shotgun rocks at you. You know, like an asshole. I think this is a crystal butterfly. I don't know what it is, to be real honest with you. But it reminds me a lot of like the moonlit butterflies from the Dark Souls series. So all I know is that was one hit, and with the second hit, he's dead. You don't really get anything cool from him, and there's not really anything cool up here. So it's just another one of those like mini bosses, but not really anything like great that you get from it. It's just out of your way and you get a little bit of souls. I was kind of hoping there was like a secret passage up here, but there's no loot at all really. So from here, I'm going to exit out of here and we'll head to Liurnia of the Lakes, where we're going to start making our way from here up to the Altus Plateau. Altus Plateau is going to be the next like area where we go to advance a little bit, so we'll have to see about that. And here is the entrance to the Great Lift, where you need the Dectus Medallion to take the lift up to the Altus Plateau. I just wanted to show off this little area here because it's kind of cool. It's to like the northeast end of Liurnia, past the Great Lake and all that stuff. It's a really cool area, and there's a grace right here that I'm going to grab and then go explore the area. And I thought this would be kind of cool to see. This is the actual like grand lift here. It's just pretty cool. I don't know. I really like this area. I'll show the cutscene too. I need to get better about showing cutscenes in my stuff, but I haven't lately. Especially for this game. I haven't really shown any cutscenes. Hold up both pieces of the medallion that we got. And the statues move. Now, fair warning, I did do a bunch of exploring up top here, so we are going to spend a little time up here in the Altus Plateau, but it's some of my favorite area that I've played so far, and I'm really digging it. I can't wait to spend more time exploring in there, and I'm really excited to see what comes after that. I'm going to let this play through the black screen here. It's just a couple seconds, finish out the cutscene as we go up from Liurnia to, boom, this place, the Altus Plateau. The plateau is really cool too. It's huge. It's a huge area where other spiraling areas splinter off from. And you take a quick look around and just see how awesome it is. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's like the path up to the capital. I just really like the old Romanesque style cities in games and literature. Like, if you haven't read Stephen King's Fairy Tale, fantastic book. Depicts a abandoned city in essentially a dead world. It's really good. But I really like the capital cities in games, and how like they changed from like the huge sprawling world. That guy knocked me off my horse. Now all these people are gonna die. It's just the way this goes. I don't make the rules. But yeah, I just like exploring the old abandoned cities, because you get that like nostalgic feel for how people used to live, and especially in fantasy games and stuff, it's really interesting because not all the architecture is based on like realistic physics. This guy tries to run, but there's no running from the Reaper, and he gets hit in the back with the sword made of other swords. And yeah, I'm just going to clean up this last dude just because they knocked me off my horse, and there will be vengeance. And that door is locked, so we'll have to find another way into the capital. And having successfully located a side entrance, I also found boss number 32, the Draconic Tree Sentinel. Now this is going to be a bit of a long fight. I'm going to show you the first attempt and then the final attempt. But know that there were many in between, because this guy is kind of a dick. He's completely fightable, like, and it was always like I got this guy very close to death multiple times, and then it was always something stupid that I did that resulted in my death. And it's a lot of hit and run tactics, but he's not a difficult boss, especially at our level, but he is kind of just an asshole. For example, that shit gets really old real quick. And he keeps it up, but I keep hitting him with those charged R2s, and you can see like he's down to so little health, and I still have my bubble. I haven't been hit yet. At this point I was like, yes, this is going to be a no hit run, and I was like, uh-oh. Then I got stuck on some rocks, and I'm like, okay, well, one hit's not bad. And then like I couldn't really get him there, knocked me off the horse and finished me right there. And that is what we call bullshit. And as promised, here's the last fight. So just know that this wasn't back to back. There were multiple attempts of this in between. This was kind of ridiculous, the amount of times that I fought him. I had to edit 20 minutes out of this between the first and the last fight, which might not seem like a lot, but there were a lot more deaths in there than there were anything. So you see here, I used my skeleton as a shield. I sacrificed one of my potions to get my horse back, just because this fight is so much easier on horseback than it is off of horseback. I'm immediately getting just shots to the face from his fireball. Missed that hit there, but he gets super aggressive super quick, and all my skeletons are dead at this point. But I'm back at full health, and he is not. So that's the key thing to look forward here. Just keep hitting him. Dodge his lightning bullshit when it comes, because it's gonna. And then the stupid horse spits fire too. He's stun locked here, so I get a free hit. I'm not gonna jump off the horse to stagger him. I've tried that before. Horse dies again. I dodge both those attacks. Dodge that one. I think I'm going to go head up with him. Do pretty well until that hit. And then that one. And I roll out, heal up. Whew. And then I'm going to respawn the horse again. Second time in this fight. But it's going to be worth it. Except it's not. So the horse is dead. I am running low on potions here. I'm summoning him again for the third time now. Down to half my health. He's got 1 or 2 more hits left. And instead of being greedy and going for that hit, I save it and drop his ass right here. And then in real life and in the game, I both did a dance. That gives us a bunch of dragon shit and access to the city, which I'm going to show here because it was really cool. It was really cool. And just going into the city for the first time is just amazing. Right across the bridge. And as soon as I got across the bridge, I didn't think this door was going to open. And I was like, alright, well that sucks. But it in fact did. And after a couple minutes, you get greeted with a view like this. And it's... You can see the rot and the roots overtaking the city. You can see things over there. And as we delve further into the city, you'll get to see more and more really cool sights. And here we enter Lanedell, the royal capital, properly for the first time. That door is a shortcut door, which is locked right now. But if I stop and pause for a second, which I don't, you can kind of see the city. And you can kind of see the city as we're just running through this little rampart area. I'm going to go and kill all these guys. I'm not going to spend too long in the city. Because we're not meant to be here quite yet. But I do get a couple things necessary for some quests later on. And just some cool items. And again, sorry, I really like just exploring these areas. And I like seeing the cities and the way that they are now, as opposed to the way that they would have been in like the heyday of this world before its apocalyptic demise. This guy was a little tougher to kill, but then he drops his weapon, and I think he dropped his hat. No, strip of white flesh. That's right. But yeah, see, there's a dragon over there that's like in a death grip with the roots. There's the whole of the castle. And after exploring the castle for a little bit, or the grounds, I guess, the city, really, I head back to Liurnia to just kind of go through and double check to make sure I got everything taken care of here. Found all the little secrets and all the little things. Turns out I did not, and we will delve into that in a later episode. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.